we shall. As we kick things off here on Waterfall once
Oh my god.
again. Apologize for that. Feel like I'm being punished for being stupid. On Waterfall once again in the top. Oh my god. Right-hand corner of the map, swatting all the way to the top right-hand corner. We have a green Protoss player coming out from the land of Britain, representing Pakistan. He is, of course, going to be representing himself, as well as the Seka brothers. He is Zain.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Waterfall, we have the blue Zerg player himself. Some know him as the Waiting Room, but he is RiSky.
Yo, that's a Diablo thingy.
It's Diablo Immortal.
Is that?
I don't know.
It looked like Diablo. But then again, you know, the clan is, I've been informed by Asher, Storm G stands for Stormgate.
Oh,
Maybe it's the Crossband clan.
There you go. There you go. Oh my
Wait.
God.
No. Which one is Stormgate?
Yeah,
I remember Jack Attack was making
that's
Gates of Fire.
yeah, that's Gates of Fire.
There we go.
Immortal Sun.
Wait,
Sun
that's
Spirit
different?
Games. Yeah. Yeah. What? What are you saying right now?
I'll just wait for the Corona.
What,
Yes.
what
It's
are you
what I'm gonna
talking
wait
about?
for.
There's the Sun Spirit Games RTS, which is Jack Attack, and then
Right?
there is the Frost Giant Games, which is the ex-Blizzard
Stormgate,
employees.
yeah.
Yeah, Stormgate, yeah.
Gates of Fire.
Stormgate, Gates of Empire 4, Earth 10,
Yeah.
Shogun 2,
Yeah.
Warhammer 40k,
Sid Meier's.
Sid Meier's, Strongholds, Crusader Kings, StarCraft 64.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ghosts. By Microsoft.
We do see, oh my god, I love it here because you were talking about it. You were talking about how there's so much material to study here because Zain has been just all over Demi this entire night. But for the first time tonight, no Stargate open.
Yeah, that is in fact a Twilight Council coming out from Zain. We're on Waterfall. Is he going to capitalize on that and be even more aggressive here?
We shall find out as so far I'm feeling, there we go, Blink starts up instead, not Glaives.
Yeah, I was definitely feeling Glaives. Would be, I guess, the expected choice here and would be the aggressive choice as well. That's why we see a lot of Protoss players, when they do open up with Stargate, they do go for Glaives instead, but yeah, Blink can mean a lot of things. Wait, a Robo follow-up? Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling 3 more gates being thrown down, and I'm feeling like a 4-gate Blink Stalker all in. We shall see if RiSky's able to get eyes on this, because this is very unorthodox, and we don't see this too often at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. You have to wonder if this is something that RiSky has some experience with, if it is something that, you know, has been thrown out a little bit out in the EU ladder, but it feels kind of scuffed, you know.
It isn't very normal, and oh my god, there's no shield battery behind this, so this first Stalker is going to go down. The Lings, they get in, they're going to get a full scout, and they're going to spot the 3 gates.
Doesn't matter whether or not RiSky has experience with this anymore, because he will now confirm that is in fact a lot of gates, that is a researching Twilight Council, and that is a Robo that's probably going to be making a Wolf Prism. But here's the thing, when you see the research, it's Orbital Glaives.
True. But regardless, the response should be quite similar. There we go. Roach Warren is already thrown down for RiSky. This is a 4-gate. Oh my god, 6-gate Blink Stalker all in. We are not going to be expanding behind this, so Zain has to end the game with what with what he has. Meanwhile, RiSky has plenty of time to respond here. He has to just continue to pump out as many units as possible.
The absolute cajones on Zain here
Oh.
to get fully scouted immediately in the early game and still commit to the all-in.
Yeah. He's crazy.
Let's see if this works out.
He even supply blocks RiSky here for a moment. So 4 Overlords in production. We see Lynx trying to go for a bit of a run by. Oh, they will be forcing these Stalkers to stay back at home. The blink is revealed, so now he knows for certain it is not Glaives.
Yeah. And he will be able to prepare in time. He stopped the Roach production and has instead shifted immediately into Lings. This is exactly what you need to be able to neutralize the Stalker's mobility.
Yeah, Lings and Ravagers. The Ravagers, of course, if we push this army back enough, the Ravagers will be able to lay siege and bile down that prism. So Zain has to be careful at the same time. Ling counterattack is going to force a recall.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Solin has not quite gone the way Zain needed it to.
Yeah, we're on a timer here, and Zain, mate, you're on the clock. You gotta go now more than ever, and RiSky has just bought so much time.
Yeah, now the spine crawls have finished up, the lair is starting, the Evo chamber finishes up. He can get +1 melee pretty easily as well.
He really can, and Zain is going to pull the trigger now. I mean, he does have a lot of Stalkers, he does have a lot of Blink potential as well. 1 Queen already going down here. Can he get a second Queen? Oh, the Lings, they come in, and that was a bit of a scuffed Blink.
Yeah, he blinks not away from danger, but rather sidestepping the danger.
Yeah, he steps to the side where there was still Lings and Roaches, so a lot of these Stalkers do go down. Lings, they come in once again for a bit of a counterattack, just keeping the attention of Zain at home.
He's trying his best to just keep up this fight, but I mean, you mentioned at the start, and it's continuing to stay true. The longer this game goes on, the better it is for RiSky. These Stalkers are just on such a timer, even if they trade well.
Yeah, exactly. And as time goes on, more Lings are coming out. We have +1 range as well. The lair just finished up for RiSky, so he can start even Roach speed.
Well, just like so. Interesting that he went with +1 range instead of +1 melee, but I guess if you're RiSky at this point, you can really get whatever the hell you want. He's thinking 3 steps ahead, because he knows he's already defended against the Stalkers.
Oh, exactly. And this Cybercore even taking a lot of damage. If this Cybercore goes down, that's the end of the aggression, by the way. That he won't be able to warp in any more Stalkers.
Yeah. I did not even consider that, yeah!
Hey, the Lings, they're being split off. I think, yeah, they're headed in that direction. They want the Cybercore.
So shield battery here. Zain does not want to spend resources on a shield battery. He does turn completely around, but it looks like he was just trying to rotate.
Yeah, Zain, he anticipates the Ling run by. He recognizes how vulnerable he is. There we go. There is that shield battery. He's transitioning. Still on 2 bases. He throws down a robotics bay for disruptors.
Yeah, blink disruptors. It can absolutely shut down. It can absolutely shut down roaches like this, but once again, it's going to take a long time before he gets those disruptors out. It's going to take a while before he gets them in position to be useful. All the while, I'm just looking at RiSky getting close to maxing out.
Yeah, he is so close here, and oh boy, I mean, these Stalkers still haven't really done anything. He's clearing some creep, he's trading with the army, no economic damage though. RiSky has been able to squeeze out a couple more drones here and there, now on 55 workers. The first disruptor is in production. And I believe that, yeah, the Prism actually went back home to try and ferry it, to try and pick it up.
Oh, no. I guess it's for the best in the end. Oh, even needs a couple of biles here. Zain does. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job of keeping his Stalkers alive. That's... yeah, you can say that much for him, and the supplies are surprisingly even, considering how inflated Roaches and Ravagers are.
Yeah, the army supplies are you know, a little bit even here, but again, oh, another kind of scuffed blink there. A lot of these Stalkers are going to go down, and here comes the...
oh!
Ooh.
And a very juicy connection does land right in the heart of that Roach Ravager army. Zain using this momentum push all the way forward, but once again, how long can he keep this going?
Yeah, is that just it, by the way? That one Nova, sometimes you only need one, and that was the juiciest Nova imaginable. We're going to have another one as well, as the Disruptor is back.
I just realized Zain only made one Disruptor.
Oh, man, you only
So he's spinning all his hopes off. Yeah, you only need one. As Zain proves, you don't want to be wasting your Novas unnecessarily, though.
Yeah, you really don't. He does get a Queen for his troubles, but again, a little bit lackluster compared to the first Nova that we saw. As time goes on, here we go. The army supplies are now, or the supplies in general, are now meeting up here.
And Zain, surprisingly, bought himself enough breathing room, I think, with that one Purification Nova.
Look at the stalker count. Man, he's got so many stalkers, he takes up an entire screen.
Yeah. He's got so many stalkers that the stalkers are his buffer.
And now he
or
has
the
two
stalkers are the
disruptors.
stalkers buffer, yeah. 2 disruptors, you know. That's twice the amount that he previously had. Zain just needs to be careful with how he controls this. Doesn't want to lose too many units unnecessarily. And doesn't want to lose his disruptors either.
Yeah, exactly. One Nova goes up. We still have another Nova available here for Zain. God, we're
and you know,
uh-huh.
Yeah, despite the fact that RiSky was able to get 4 bases pretty early on, he's got double the base count of Zain right now. He hasn't been able to saturate it. The economies are surprisingly... Okay, well, no. RiSky still has a way better economy, but it could be a lot worse than it is.
It could be a lot worse here. I mean, again, right now, RiSky, he does end up piling down that Observer in the end. But Zain is coming back once again with those disruptors. All he needs is one other really juicy connection, and he can snowball from here. Oh, God!
Oh, not quite as juicy as he would like. Yeah, needs to be patient once again, careful once again.
Yeah, nice splits there on those queens. Only one queen does get affected by that Nova. Meanwhile, here we go. It looks like RiSky's going to try and collapse on some of these stalkers. 3 of them are going to be going down here.
That's a pretty decent trade, all things considered here for RiSky. Cybercore is in a little bit of danger. This one Adept has its work cut out for it.
Exactly. We do have a shield battery. We do have Overcharge. Nova goes off once again. This time again, RiSky is ready for it. He does pull back in time. Overcharge is going to try and keep it alive, but eventually it will run out.
Yeah, can enough Lings get taken out in time, though? Evidently, yes.
Oh, exactly. Does force a warp in back at home, but RiSky is now finally maxed. We have +1 range, +1 melee on the way. We have a couple of banelings as well to help deal with some of these stalkers. Up.
And he's just waiting for the right opportunity to pounce these disruptors. And again, Zain being a little bit trigger happy, but at least he's zoning out the army. He needs to be very careful. The banelings are coming in, and there's a lot less room for Zain to blink back to from here.
Yeah, again, I feel like it was maybe a mistake just to shoot out those 2 Novas a little bit carelessly, but here we go, they have reset.
Decent connection on one. Okay connection on the second one. It keeps Zain alive, but at this point, he's going to need to do a lot more than just stay alive.
God, exactly. Here we go. More Novas going down. Lings are coming in to reinforce, maybe coming from behind. Zain being very careful here with his army, does back off, but he is running out of money. The patches are running out. Like, that's the... He is 100% 2 base all in, and the longer this game goes on, eventually he just won't be able to rebuild.
Yeah, look at that. RiSky now finally has enough breathing room to actually drone up. He's starting to saturate that 4th base. Novas don't quite connect. Disruptors are still alive. Okay. Stalkers that are going down, but even at this point, losing Stalkers hurts Zain so badly.
They really...
Essentially crippling him.
Exactly, and he's just losing far too much here. He's bleeding out too much. Zain, this is his final stand on top of this ramp, and it's just not going to be enough, even if the Novas connect, and they do.
Yeah, I think earlier on you mentioned it only takes 1. Well, it only took 1 back then.
Yeah.
Now it's going to take a little bit more than just that.
Times have changed.
Yeah. Inflation.
Inflation, Bobby. We need a little bit more. Here we go once again. Another Nova zoning away this army, but again, RiSky has the economy. He has the bases. Oh my God!
Oh, that Nova does land in the end, but not with that. But not with too many units here. I really want to praise Zain here. He's again just doing a really good job of trading. All things considered, pretty dang efficiently. If you look at the unit stat, but yeah, to deal with the Zerglings. Why not?
Yeah, I would have liked it sooner.
Yeah.
Colossus comes out. Ooh, the Biles do connect here with these Stalkers. Meanwhile, we need more of a Ling buffer. A lot of Ravagers are being picked off. Zain is still fighting his heart out. But again, he has run out of minerals in his main.
Mm-hmm. And look at what RiSky's producing right now. That's an infestation pit.
Ultras, papi.
Yeah, unironically. Actually, Infestors.
I imagine he's going to be going for Hive and Vipers. Vipers will just shut down these high-tech units. A couple of sentries are warped in for some force field. I don't know how useful that's going to be because of all these Ravagers. Nova's going to be going off again a little bit prematurely to zone away the army. Another Nova goes off.
And only gets 2 Ravagers with that. The force fields are doing a decent job, but now RiSky is getting on top of this entire army, getting full surround, and the Banelings crash into everything. Zain just went from 80 army supply to 30 to 20.
To 20 to 10 to 0, made everything insane. Now GG gets called, and RiSky holds on for 15 minutes against the 2-base all-in.
I was gonna say, that was a 15-minute game with nothing but tier 1 units. You love to see it. Or at least I do. Get out of here with late game. Spellcasters? Nah. Ghosts? What the hell are ghosts? Infestors? Nah. High Templar? You're high. If you think you need those. Just give me tier 1 units the entire time. Let's go.
That's all we need, Papi. That's all we need. And apparently that's all that RiSky needs. Maybe Zain needed a little bit more there, as RiSky does end up taking the W in the end. And now he is 1 game away from qualifying for HomeStory Cup XXII.
Yeah. All he needs to do is win.
No mas. He just needs 1 more on the board, and I hope you're ready for a long one because it is Tropical Sacrifice.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm glad the first match, was relatively short as far as ZvPs go. But we were also on Waterfall, so that was definitely an influence on that.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh god, it surely did influence the build order choice by Zain, but now as we go into a larger map, that's also going to affect our players, and I wonder if RiSky will allow it. Will he allow the late game scenario?
Yeah. No. Oh, well, he did say that he himself was getting a little groggy, a little drowsy, so, maybe he just wants to end, qualify as quickly as possible, and then,
I do. I want to end it.
Go to bed. Yeah, I do.
Oh god, a special shout out in the chat, Zerg Troll showing up as well. It's been great to see you active once again after a couple, like a year hiatus or a couple of months hiatus. Welcome back, puppy. Welcome back.
Great to have you back here, Zerg Troll, It's gonna add more to that, but, yeah, Zerg Troll, definitely. I think one of our original Patreon supporters.
Yeah, definitely one of our OGs from back in the day.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you sticking it out with us here all the way as we continue to Tropical Sacrifice here on... Yes, Tropical Sacrifice. We're in the top right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner. We, of course, have our green Protoss player coming out from that land of Britain, representing Pakistan, as well as his brother Raza, who could not compete today. The entire Sekka clan, really. He is Zain.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice, we have his opponent, the red Zerg player. He's up 2-0. He needs 1 more Uno Mas to qualify for HomeStory Cup XXII. It is RiSky.
Representing old mate Frost Giant.
Representing old mate Jack Attack.
Yeah, old mate Dustin. I don't know if he's
Ghost Crawler.
Yeah. Redigit.
What? What are you saying? What? What? Redigits?
Terraria guy.
Oh my god.
I can't remember WoW people. Chris Metzen, there we go.
Chris Metzen, yeah.
There we
Dustin
go.
Brown.
Yeah.
Mike Morheim.
Yeah. None of them are Frost Giant, as far as I remember.
No,
But
Chris Messon, he's doing some tabletop stuff.
yeah.
He's got a tabletop company, I believe.
Oh yeah, he does that now. It's like Warhammer, but you know,
Yeah, but cheaper.
orcs.
Oh god, but yeah, we'll see kind of where all of this takes us here. We have had many a late game on Tropical Sacrifice tonight, between Zain versus Demi. But RiSky, he's a different kind of player. He's a different kind of Zerg, you know. He's just built different a little bit, and maybe he has that killer instinct that arguably Demi was lacking from time to time.
Yeah, we shall see. That's really, I think, going to be the decisive factor here in a PvZ, especially in a PvZ where Zain is going to be opening up with a Stargate.
Yeah, once again, Stargate opener, typically what we would expect here. Meanwhile, across the map, RiSky was able to take his natural. He was not denied. We see a third base on the way. Nothing too crazy at all. And again, like, RiSky, to me, he isn't really the kind of player, in my mind, to take risks, to go for like early Roach Warrens or early Lairs or early Hydras. Like, it's just not him.
Yeah, that's why he changed his name.
He's the waiting room.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's more accurate reflection.
he's at the DMV. He has his ticket.
Yeah.
Is it my turn? Can I get my license? No, in the waiting room, buddy. Wait,
I need the P plates.
Do you have P plates in Singapore?
Ours is a triangle.
What? You have triangles in Singapore?
Yeah, you put the triangle in your car to
What?
say that you're a beginner driver.
No, wait,
Yeah.
no. Okay, hold on. What's the first step? What do you get in the very beginning? triangle?
Certificate that says that you passed the theory test.
No, on the car to let people
Oh!
know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a triangle.
Yeah, okay, what's the next step? What's above the triangle?
A different colored triangle.
What color?
So first it's yellow and orange, and then it's red and yellow.
Why do we have multiple colors? What's happening?
You know, show you the levels.
Yellow, orange, then red and yellow?
No, I'm misremembering that. Wait. No, I think there's only one triangle. Yeah, you get. I was thinking. Look, A's look like triangles. First, you get a letter A.
So there's no triangle.
Then you get a triangle.
Okay, you get the letter A, and then you get the triangle. Okay.
Yeah.
What's next?
Then you get the McDonald's sticker.
What? You get the M.
What?
Is that what you're saying?
No, you get the M.
Yeah,
From
the M.
McDonald's.
Yeah, the M. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, mate, we have a little bit of link flip going on here in these next.
Yeah, a lot of links. A lot of links being thrown to the third base location, doing a really good job of keeping these oracles home for Zain. These oracles did not get the triangle.
They did not get for a moment there was no triangle, apparently, but no, there is. We're back. We're back to reality. Snap, there goes gravity. As we do see.
I don't drive.
Yeah. Once again, Zain is not going to be going for these Blink Stalkers. He's going for a bit of a charge timing instead with +1. Ling's going to try and threaten this base, but no, they get pushed back. And seeing all these Zealots here is a tell. There should be no reason to have Zealots here at this stage of the game. So we do see RiSky is getting a piece of the puzzle, and we should be seeing something as a response. And there it is. It is a Bailey Nest.
Yeah, very, very well scouted here from RiSky. Very, very good. Good response, putting 2 and 2 together. But that Bailey Nest does seem a little bit late. 4 more gates are going to finish up right now for Zain, and those Zealots are already making their way across the map.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent of the 1-1 timing that we saw from Zain against Demi, except of course this is only with 1 Forge. We do see a pylon being thrown down, so Zain wants to reinforce in the face of RiSky.
Oh, I like this from Zain. He sees the edge of creep and decides to rotate around, just try to catch RiSky off guard as much as possible. Baneling Nest is just about finishing up now, but it's still going to take a little bit of time before those Banelings morph in.
Exactly. They're without any Roaches, without any Banelings, the Chargeless reign supreme. They're going to be able to break on through. The Queens are doing what they can. The boys are being pulled. Decent surrounds on some of these Zealots. But, mate, we have another wave of Zealots coming behind this, and I think this may have just caught RiSky 2 off guard. But we have 8 Banelings being morphed in. That may be what holds on here for our Zerg player.
RiSky is bleeding right now, but he is not dead. These Banelings are going to be the one shot that RiSky has to be able to defend this, and beyond that, extend the game. See if he's able to do that. Really good stasis ward, catching just about every single one of these lings. I love how patient RiSky is being with his Banelings. Catches most of the Zealots, but more reinforcements are coming in for Zain.
Yeah, it looks like all the Queens barely managed to survive. We saw a transfuse from the high ground. All the Oracles get 2 Cavalier. One of them goes down to the Spore.
And one Oracle with barely any energy is not going to help out in this fight. These Zealots are pretty much naked right now.
They really are. We don't have any Banelings remaining, so these are decent trades here for Zain, but he needs to do a little bit more damage. He has equalized in the worker count, as so many drones did go down earlier. We saw 2 Adepts get into the natural base. The Zealots, they're not stopping, by the way.
Just keep coming. Good body blocking here from RiSky. Now he's fighting with his drones as well. He's starting to lose a couple of them. He is slightly behind when it comes to the worker count, but these are acceptable losses as long as he keeps his hatcheries alive.
Yeah, but you know what? He's not keeping them alive. The drones are forced all the way back. The Zealots are overwhelming RiSky right now. Again, without roaches and without consistent Baneling production, we just cannot hold on. This has overwhelmed, and we do see a couple more Banelings in production. We'll see if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, I definitely think that RiSky is doing a pretty good job of just splitting the attention of Zain. Zain hasn't been able to kill a hatchery just yet, even though he did have the opportunity a couple of times. RiSky's just distracting these Zealots so well while these Banelings finish morphing in.
Yeah, but we need the Banelings to find some kind of connections. He's waiting for a bit of a juicier moment, and because of that, the Zealots, they just dealt so much more DPS. The Queen count was reset. Lings are flooding on out, but the Zealots, they never stop.
It never ends.
It never
Behind
ends.
all of this, Zain is taking advantage of the fact that, the fact of how his race production works, and he is continuing to probe up, just getting further and further and further ahead. We've passed the point where the longer this goes on, the better it is for the defender. Now the longer this goes on, the better it is for Zain, who is doing the all-in.
Yeah, exactly. I think the damage at this point is already unrecoverable. We do see the hatcheries have all survived, but I can't say the same for the workers, and we just don't really have an army that can really do too much. We have Ling Bane with +2 melee, I guess, but...
that actually helps out a ton, and important to note, this hatchery is still alive.
Hatchery is still alive, don't get us wrong. But we have a Templar Archives finishing up, and
Okay, that's gonna be a nail in the coffin.
Yeah, we got some Archons. Big Daddy Archons are about to rock up, and there's nothing that Ling Bane can really do against it, not in these numbers. Looks like Zain is just waiting to reinforce. He's waiting for another wave of either High Templar or of Zealots. And RiSky has a moment here to breathe.
Why not both?
Okay, no los dos.
Yeah. Got a second here to breathe. He does use that second to get Baneling speed and throw down a Roach Warren, but again, Zain is looking to end this game before those 2 production thingies. Before that upgrade and that building finishes up.
Yeah, we needed the Roach Warren earlier. So much earlier, and the Archons, they push on forward. Banelings roll on in, and that's just not something you want to be seen connecting on Archons. They just take so many. GG gets called, and Zain puts a point on the board.
He's fighting back. Prevents that completely clean sweep, and is looking to go all the way for the reverse sweep.
Oh, exactly. Very nice cheese there. I say cheese, just very nice timing attack by Zain, and he was able to keep it hidden for long enough. I say hidden. I do think that RiSky caught wind of this earlier on, and he was maybe a little bit too confident, a little bit too reliant on his Lings, Queens, and Banelings, when a much more solid response would have been that Roach Warren, just to have a little bit more longevity after each fight, so he would have some units remaining, and as time goes on, he would have a stronger and stronger hold.
Yeah, it definitely looked like RiSky wasn't anticipating that many waves of Zealots coming his way.
Yeah.
And he wasn't quite able to get into the main base. He wasn't quite able to look at all of the gateways that Zain was getting, so he didn't really realize how all-in he was being. And in the end, that was something that Zain was really able to capitalize on. just keep on going. That's why you never want to cut corners.
Oh yeah, especially in a qualifying match. Oh, but we'll see how this all progresses in the end, as we are going to be getting ready for our next game. Just going to be setting up the players, and it looks like our next game is going to be on Moondance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Very, very short rush distance. Gonna be, I imagine, reminiscent of game number 1 on Waterfall, but we'll see.
We shall see. The shortest rush distance map in the map pool. We can expand quite freely as well, quickly getting 3 bases, even 4 bases up and running. So it does lend towards a longer game or even a shorter game. You know, there are different dynamics that come into play here as we dance in the moonlight.
Yeah. I love the way you describe that. You know, we could have a long game, we could have a short game. You know,
anything is possible.
Anything, yeah. Put your mind to it. Anyway, we are now going to be continuing our best of 5 qualifying match here. We're in the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have our green Protoss player coming out from the land of Britain, representing the land of Pakistan, and fighting back in this series to show that he is not gonna just, roll over. No, wait. I'm mixing up metaphors. Representing himself and the second clan, he is Zain.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Moondance, we have his opponent, the red Zerg player, representing Stormgate, the waiting rooms all around the world. He's doing it for you. It is RiSky.
All for you, Fugazi.
Finally, waiting rooms around the world have a voice.
That voice says, play Stormgate, I guess.
The voice says, Zerg. Here we go. RiSky. Can he do it for Zerg kind out there? We have seen an era of Protoss dominance recently, in recent major tournaments and even minor tournaments in our own regions as well. Oh, can he overcome that? Can he be the hero we need?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
we really shall. And eyes just glued to that production tab for the time being. More so on Zain's side, just because, again, it does feel like the onus is on him to try to switch things up. He's already revealed a lot of his PvZ builds in his previous series against Demi, and even in this series against RiSky. So we'll see if he has a little something up his sleeve. He is, well, I was gonna say hiding that Stargate, but everyone expects a Stargate, so you're not really hiding it, even though you're hiding it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if RiSky gets his eyes on it. We'll see if anything special is made out of said Stargate. I doubt it, but you know, there's always a chance. As we do see RiSky just getting his third base up and running. Hatch gas pool opener, nothing crazy from RiSky. We don't expect anything crazy from him whatsoever. Really, our eyes are on Zain. Even if we do have an Oracle, what is behind it? Even if we have a Twilight Council, doesn't have to be Blink. Could always be Charge, as we just saw.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be Glaives either. It could also just be straight into DTs, which would be pretty cool to see. But yeah, based on how the openings have gone, I don't think we're going to be seeing a Dark Shrine for quite some time.
Oh yeah, not here, not this series, as we do see, ooh, target firing, and one Adept is going to go down, but not before 2 drones get picked up.
Nicely done. Pretty much a worthwhile trade there. 2 drones for 1 Adept. Meanwhile, Zain is just doing Protoss things and getting his Oracle, going to be defending against these Lings. The Adept goes down to a surrounded Lings, but they won't be getting much further than that.
Yeah, exactly. This is another added feature here for Moondance, is that typically these things would take control of the map, they would kill these adepts and then threaten the third base, but the third is in a pocket base location. It is behind a solid wall, so Zain could be a little bit more careless, a little bit more adventurous with his adepts and not really be punished for it.
Yeah. Well, the oracles as well, you know, they don't have to stay home and try to prevent the Lings from getting any damage on the Nexus. They are free to just go across the map and start one-shotting these drones.
Oh, exactly, and here we go. No Spore in location, but we do have 3 Queens, so yeah, it looks like RiSky is going to be able to hold on to his Mineral Line safe and sound. We do see a Spore in the main and at the natural, so every base is covered. These Oracles are having a hard time fighting too much damage. Oh my god, as they take a bit of hull damage.
A lot of hull damage. Okay, not a lot of hull damage, a bit of hull damage. I mean, it's damage, but I mean,
it is damage.
Yeah. Blink is going to be the follow-up.
Yeah, kind of what we
As expected.
Yeah, nothing too crazy here. We're going back to the standard play, at least Zain is, and we'll see how he does. Just because I feel like we haven't really been able to see too much of it. If you remember, Waterfall, he went for an all-in, and Tropical, he also kind of went for an all-in as well. We haven't been able to see standard play against RiSky, and now I'm getting excited. I want to see how RiSky responds to the hero style.
Yeah. See how well Zain's standard play stacks up against a player like RiSky here.
Exactly, that's what we're going to be finding out as the lair just now finishes up. We do have our Evo chamber for +1 melee. Baneliness is thrown down, so it looks like our composition of choice for RiSky is going to be Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager, which can deal with this. Of course, it doesn't transition as smoothly into Lurkers or even Ultras as we saw from Demi. It is a much more robust mid-game composition.
Does keep him a lot safer as he transitions to his late game. Yes, he transitions to his hive, but yeah, it is going to take a little while longer, and that's time that Zain is going to be utilizing.
Exactly, the Stalkers once again rocking up here to try and deny this 4th base of RiSky. His Roaches are on the way, but they are slow. We don't have Roach speed yet. Oh, it looks like one Overlord doesn't go down. The clutch transfuse.
You love to see it, preventing that supply block. But these Blink Stalkers, man, when you're up against purely Roaches, they are quite scary.
Oh, they really are. But in a couple seconds, RiSky is about to finish up. We have more Lings to reinforce as well. We don't have any Ravagers yet, just Ling, Roach for the time being. But that is all about to change as Zain is doing a great job at clearing up so many tumors in the middle of the map.
Yeah. Gonna be a lot less creep here for RiSky to really maneuver around.
Yeah, and we just see once again RiSky losing a couple of Overlords. 5 Overlords are in production, still supply blocked. 7.
Oh, the Lace Lords.
Oh my god, exactly. 9! Oh my god!
Oh.
Up to 9 Overlords. I mean, RiSky shouldn't be supply blocked.
I think I might just kill him.
Yeah. Oh my god, he shouldn't be supply blocked much longer. At the same time, okay, Ling Rambai is going to be trying to deny a 5th base, but the 4th does get up and running here for Zain. Honestly, he's done a great job at just maintaining map control here.
He really has. I mean, look at his creep spread. It hasn't really been able to get past the... It hasn't really been able to get past half of the map right now. RiSky is still able to seek out bases here and there, which is pretty important, but... yeah, he hasn't really been able to threaten Zain just yet, despite having a pretty large army.
Yeah, he just hasn't been able to do so. Meanwhile, Bailey's... Oh, can they just click on that Nexus? They don't want the Nexus. Can they do?
They don't. They actually don't need to, yeah. The splash damage from connecting with the Zealots was enough.
Jesus, that was a kill, not a cancel. So nicely done there by RiSky. At the same time, he's just gathering his forces here. Doesn't have a lot of creep, but in a couple of seconds, this madman is about to max out.
Just like so. Well, okay, a couple of seconds more. The Lings do slip on in, and they will cut this army in, well, not exactly half, but they will cut it up a little bit.
Yeah, the Queen's adding some DPS as well. One of the articles will be going down here. Zain just completely losing his position here, and RiSky suddenly having a little bit of momentum. I feel like Zain has to try and think of a different approach here. We have seen him tech up. There we go. Templar Archives is already on the way, so he can get into Storm or Archons.
Oh. Yeah, either option would be brilliant right now. Good catch of the Queens, right in the middle of the map here.
Yeah, a lot of these Queens are going to be going down, but you know what? RiSky's trying to go for a bit of a surround here, trying to catch this army.
Yeah, Blink is currently on cooldown. A couple of Stalkers are going to go down regardless. No anti-air here, so you know the Oracles are chipping in a little bit, chipping away at the Ravagers, but more and more Lings are coming out right now.
Yeah, the problem...
to continue getting surrounds.
I mean, the problem is that these Oracles are focusing down Ravagers, and really we want them to clear up a lot of these Lings instead to protect these Stalkers or even throw down some stasis traps, so... Don't know if they're using the best way here. We do see a transition. I was wondering if we... how we wanted to take up here if we are RiSky, and it looks like he wants to go into Lurkers.
Yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, Lurkers
are
not
really, but they're good units.
They are quite good against ground toss, and we'll see if he can get into them. We do see as well going for another bit of a surround. Oh, but Zain catches wind of this. We'll back off.
Yeah, try to rotate around. Still doing a really good job of getting the creep and getting a couple of these Queens. Trying to go for a bit of a multi-prong here. Zain has, or RiSky, sorry, has to make a choice. And he chose well.
Yeah, it looks like RiSky cleans up the force towards the top right, but it looks like the Stalkers towards the bottom left have taken out another hatchery.
Nicely done here for Zain, but he loses the Oracles just like that. Attempting to remake them right now because he knows how useful those stasis wards and those pulsar beams are in the middle of a fight.
Oh, and these Stalkers, they're getting completely cut off here. They're getting surrounded, and so many Stalkers are being bled off. Yeah,
a lot of those Banelings did connect and soften up enough of the Stalkers. This is what happens when you have Speedlings in an open space.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? That natural base of the wall is no longer a wall. We do see RiSky maybe tempting fate, maybe trying to go in, but no, he will back off for the time being. Another Stalker run by. Stalker run by. This is quite expensive, and there we go. We have a recall.
Yeah, he needs to be able to make sure that he keeps most of these units alive. One of them will fall regardless, but yeah, Zain has now... RiSky, sorry, has now overtaken map control from Zain.
Yeah, I worry that Zain doesn't have a Bay. He doesn't have a robotic space, so you can't get into Disruptors, and I feel like Disruptors are really what you want against this army. Storm is okay, does well against the Lings, not so much against the Roach Ravager, though. Regardless, he needs something, and it looks like he's opted for a couple of these Archons.
I guess that's a decent middle ground approach, but even still, if you have enough Ravagers target firing the Archons, they make very short work of that.
Oh, they really do. Meanwhile, this Ling Bane run by here is going to be finding a lot of damage. Does eventually get cleaned up with the Lings in the middle line, take down every single probe.
Worthwhile damage here for RiSky. Zain's going to be struggling to remake that economy and feeling very pressured to reciprocate the damage across the map.
Yeah, Zain, despite that pressure, though, what's he going to do? Is he really going to dive into creep against this?
Yeah, apparently so, yeah. But it's not exactly working out for him as the Banelings try to get some connections. Finally, the Archons go down.
Oh, God, they are going to be going down at the same time. A bit of a Zealot run right towards the bottom left-hand corner is going to find some damage. A lot of drones are going to get picked off here, so Zain is doing some decent counter damage, but Hydras are on the way. Lurkers are on the way. Do we have a Lurker Cavern? We do, as Group Spines does begin. Hive is complete.
Yeah. And that's pretty much, I think, going to solidify RiSky's chances in this game, unless Zain can very quickly transition into something like a Sky Toss, or very quickly try to transition to something even more. I said that the Lurkers were going to solidify his chance. This is actually what's going to win him the game.
Mate, he's going for the Cybercore. The Cybercore is going to be going down. Lings are in the main. They're in the pocket base. They're in the natural. They're everywhere. And Zain, how does he respond? He just doesn't have a lot of supply. He already recalled earlier. He's forced to counterattack.
And a lot of his supply is split up right now. A couple of Stalkers do get badly bruised by the Banelings. Zain has 0 economy left. all he has is all he's got, and I don't think it's going to be enough to overcome the army supply of RiSky.
Yeah, I really don't think so either. I mean, the lurkers are being revealed, but we only have Blink Stalkers. Chargers trying to get on top of this as well. Even if Zain cleans up this army, and it looks like he will get all the lurkers, he has lost everything else.
Yeah, best he can really hope for right now is a base trade, but even then, I don't think he's going to be able to win it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we do see another bit of a surround coming in as well. The Oracle's doing what they can, but alas, this is the last units here of Zain.
Yep. All of them being taken out. GG is called, and RiSky is going to qualify for HomeStory Cup number something or another.
22.
What? It's not the 22nd, right? Oh, no, it is. It is. Wait. No. It is.
GG, well played. Congratulations to RiSky, as he is the final player to qualify for HomeStory Cup. As Yaku was saying, he was the last one. Oh, and he went the distance. It was a long qualifier. It's been almost 6 hours. We did not expect it to go this long. If we did, we would have prepared. Oh god, a very long broadcast here, not just for us but for the players as well, so massive shout out to them for staying up as long as they did, and for playing it out as long as they did as well.
Yeah definitely a test of stamina here for all of our players who did come down, and yeah, congratulations to RiSky for qualifying once again.
Oh yeah, exactly. So congratulations, RiSky will get that flight ticket paid for to go over to the land of Germany to be a part of Take TV's studio. It's going to be an amazing time, and of course you can be there as well. This isn't an event that is exclusive to players. It is open to the public. You can be a part of the crowd, you can be a part of the bar. I believe tickets will be sold at some point over on HomeStory Cups or Take TV's channel, Take TV's website even, so keep an eye on it. If you're in the land of Europe, if you're in Germany, then it's definitely an event worth checking out.
Absolutely is, yeah. Over there in Krefeld. It is one of the more unique tournaments, not just in StarCraft 2, but in all of esports as well, which is why we always encourage people who, if you have the opportunity, go to at least one of them, you know?
One day we'll go to one. One day.
Yeah.
Go to something. Right.
One day, I'll get the triangle on the plane. Flags down.
I'll get the triangle plane and I'll be there, Pappy. Let's go. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, as well, everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this experience. I know both Yaku and I are terribly tired and maybe a little bit hungry as well, and you know, we may just be dead for a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for all the support that we've gotten today. You know, we got a couple of subscribers, we got some bits as well, we got some follows. Thank you.
And thank you everyone who's been watching this entire time. Thanks for the raids as well from I believe Babylings and Rex as well.
Yeah, cannot be forgotten. And I believe
everybody from those raids had a good time.
Exactly. And I believe we are done for the day. Our next broadcast, I know we're going to be covering OSC King of the Hill on Wednesday, and tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm going to have to discuss this with both Asher and Kuro, but I believe we want to cover some of the replays that were released. The DreamHack Atlanta replays were released, and there are many matches that were never casted by anyone. A lot of the group stage matches and a lot of the knockout bracket matches, specifically Miyamaika versus Spirit, Miyamaika versus Bunny, Dolan versus Zain, who we just casted, and a couple of others. I think Asher's working on a short list of matches to cast. So yeah, we're going to be doing some replay casts at some point this week.
Yeah. Include guests, if we can get the players.
Yes, we'll see.
If we can get the players to guest talk about their matches, we will.
There we go.
No problem.
No promises, but maybe we'll make it happen. So that'll be either on Tuesday or Thursday. One or the other. We'll try and figure it out with myself, Asher, and Kuro, as she'll be handling the production for that. So yeah, stay tuned. We've got plenty of StarCraft ahead of us. When it comes to the major events, we're done. Atlanta is done. ANZ Champs is done. We just finished up the last qualifier for HomeStory Cup. Yeah, I think everything moving forward here is just our regular weekly events. At least until maybe HomeStory Cup. If they want a B stream, maybe we can raise our hand for a B stream. I don't know if they'll go for it. We'll see. Yeah, I think all the major events are done, at least from our side, for a little bit.
Until 2023, yeah?
Until 2023, exactly. We're almost done with the year, man.
What?
Almost done with 2022. It's over.
Oh
no.
Oh.
How old are you now?
I don't remember.
Oh boy, so thank you so much everyone for the support. Yaku, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night?
I think I had something, but I forgot what it was. Family. Reliable.
Get over there. Let's go. We're gonna give someone a raid. Who exactly, I do not know, but give some love, give some support to the other StarCraft streamer. Looking at the streams that are live right now, I think it's gonna be Colossal Gulp. Showtime's got plenty of viewers, so yeah, it is gonna be Colossal Gulp. He is another regular community member of, I believe, Vindicta Stream, so check him out. He's a lovely Terran. Give him some support, give him some love, give him a chance.
Is that a teaser?
No.
Oh.
Till then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.